Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. We are on a roll here, so I want to keep up this once a week posting schedule, so hopefully I didn't just jinx that. Anyways, so today we're going to be focusing on the most efficient way to build both your glutes and your quads. We are entering bulking season right now, so girl, we are going to be packing on that muscle. And this is kind of what I found to be the most successful way to efficiently build both your quad and glute muscles. And gentlemen, this isn't just for the ladies. Cool guys, do not skip leg day. Through both implementing quad and glute focused days in his schedule, my boyfriend can attest to this. He's experienced significant glute and quad growth, and I can no longer claim the title of Thunder Thighs in the house. This man experienced his jeans not fitting for the first time. They were too loose around the waist and too tight on the legs, and baby, that's a victory in this household. So I'm gonna let you guys in on how we did that. So if that's something you guys are interested, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out my Instagram as always. But without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, and one other thing. At the very end, I'm gonna give you guys two little tips on what really jump-started my glute and quad growth journey. This first part of the video is mainly like the workout, but at the very end, there are two main things that really helped me, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So Monday is a glute-focused day. I dedicate 2 days a week to legs, 1 day to glutes, 1 day to quads, just because the legs are too large a muscle group to try to fit into 1 day, so that's kind of how I section it off. Plus, mind to muscle connection is extremely important with building your leg muscles, so it's really hard to implement both quads and glutes on the same day because your brain is just going to be on overdrive trying to think about each muscle group when it would just be easier to target one main muscle group per day. Typically for glute days, I will incorporate 3 really heavy lifts with 3 different accessory movements. We call these supersets, but basically I start out each workout with a quick dynamic warm-up. This consists of rolling out my shoulders, my neck, doing leg swings, Asian squats into like forward fold, if you guys are familiar with yoga terms. And then right before I jump into leg day, I will do some squats, either focusing my weight on the front or back of my foot in accordance with what muscle group I'm trying to work for that day. So for this workout, the first exercise I want to put y'all on for glute day would be single leg RDLs. This can either be done from a B stance or just lifting your leg up. I've noticed this really efficiently targets both the glutes and the hamstrings as well, and the lower back, which is going to give you that like shelf look that a lot of people are looking for with their glutes. Single leg RDLs is a great exercise to start incorporating. With it being single leg too, it's really gonna work on your ability to stabilize yourself and balance, so that's going kind of into like ankle strength as well. So it's a really great exercise to incorporate on your glute days. Also, one other thing I want to say about this exercise in particular is the more depth that you can create, the better. This way you're gonna create more of a stretch and therefore activate more muscles as you go throughout the movement. The deeper stretch you can get in the movement, the more efficiently you're gonna be able to target those muscle groups. So just make sure that you are paying attention to that and moving at a slow and controlled pace. Don't just rip out your sets. The accessory movement that we will be pairing with this workout is reverse frog kicks. So what you're gonna do is either lay on the ground, or if there's a free bench to use, you can lay on the bench and you're gonna reverse frog kick your legs up and squeezing your glutes at the top. This is really gonna activate the upper glutes as well, or that shelf booty that everyone's going after. So that will be the accessory movement that we tack on to the RDLs. This is just so we can continue on with that mind to muscle connection for the shelf part of your butt. With the frog kicks, this is going to be body weight only. Since this is an accessory movement, we are trying to give the body a little break from the heavy lift. While continuing to maintain that mind to muscle connection, you can also give your body a slight break and therefore allow it to recover. For the superset, I will be using dumbbells for the single leg RDLs, and I will be doing 3 sets of between 8 to 10 reps. And then for the reverse frog kicks, I will be using just my body weight, doing 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps until you really feel that burn, and then just do a couple more. The next superset that we're going to be doing is heavy hip thrusts. This can either be done on a Smith machine, it's probably the easiest, or on one of those glute bridge machines if you have one at your gym. And then as for the accessory movement, we are going to be doing single leg glute bridges. The main focus of the heavy lift is to really hold that top position and squeeze your glutes. This should be done at a slow and controlled pace, and then once again you want to aim for about 8 to 10 reps. You guys are probably noticing that I really prefer single leg movements. That's mainly because I want to prevent muscle imbalance. I find that oftentimes when we do double leg movements, we can usually overcompensate if there is a muscle imbalance, and so your more dominant side is going to be doing most of the work compared to the weaker side. So by doing single leg movements, we are stopping that from happening. By keeping the prevention of muscle imbalance in mind, we are also preventing injury and posture issues because we are balancing the workout between both sides, making sure that both sides get an equal workout. But anyways, that being said, continuing on to that mind to muscle connection, after the heavy hip thrust, we are going to go into glute bridges on one leg. That is so we can continue on with that mind to muscle connection of the action of squeezing at the top of the movement. These single leg glute bridges will be done with just your body weight, and then you will aim for between 12 to 15 reps per side. Once again, for this superset, I like to go heavy for the main lift, and then I make sure to push until failure, and that ends up typically being between 8 to 10 reps. And then with the accessory movement, once again, this is just body weight, and we are aiming for 12 to 15 reps per side. For this last superset, we will be destroying our glutes with 8 heavy split squats, and then you're gonna immediately drop the weight and go into 8 body weight split squats. You are going to be doing this 3 times each side, no break in between the weighted split squats and the body weight split squats. Your glutes are gonna be on fire. The first time I did this workout, I wasn't really expecting, I was like, oh yeah, I can handle it. But no, my glutes were feeling it. I felt it for a couple days after, so try it out. Let me know what you think. By the end of the workout, I'm tired, I'm hungry, I just want to get the hell out of the gym. So I'm just using that as my motivation to really rep out these last couple sets and put my all into the workout and really feel that burn in my glutes. I like to get as much depth in the movement as possible. That is because we are going to once again activate all of the muscles that we should be activating in that specific exercise. I also like to make sure that I am pushing most of the weight onto the heel of my foot or the back of my foot, and also pushing my hips back in the process of bending my knee. This is to ensure that we are once again reinforcing that mind to muscle connection and really activating those glutes. This movement once again should be slow and controlled as you try to stabilize your hips over your knees and your ankles. This will once again really help with your ability to balance yourself. Once you have finished the 8 reps of the heavy split squats, like I said, you are going to drop the weight and you're just gonna rep out those 8 last. I do this 3 times through, and I take a break in between each set. So one set is both sides. Okay, so now you're going into quad day. I typically do quad days on Wednesdays, and the workout structure is very similar to my glute days. We start out with a dynamic warm-up, once again doing the same exact stuff that we did on Monday. The only difference is the squats that I do in preparation for the workout are going to be mainly focused on my quads now instead of my glutes. So it starts in where you are placing the pressure in your foot. Instead of placing it in the back of the foot, you're gonna place it in the ball of your feet now. You're gonna hear me reference that a lot, but that is so vital on quad day in order to have that mind to muscle connection. So just make sure that you are making an active effort to do so. To start off the workout, we're gonna be doing 3 sets of front squats, supersetted with calf raises. On my quad days and also my glute days, you guys will start seeing that I like to target other muscle groups as well. These are usually the accessory muscle groups. So there's the main one, either glute or quads. But with quads, I will often find that my calves are also activated, so I will kind of hit 2 birds with 1 stone in that regard. For the front squats, you probably want to go a bit lighter in weight than you typically do for normal squats. You are going to have to activate your core way more than you usually do during normal squats, and you're gonna find it's a lot tougher. I really underestimated these until I did them, and now they are a staple in my workout routine. Once again, you're gonna push through the balls of your feet, especially when you're on the way up. You're gonna find you really gotta activate your calf and your quad muscles to get back up. And then that being said, we're gonna be doing between 6 to 8 reps. For the superset, you're gonna want to grab a dumbbell medium weight, and you're going to want to find some type of ledge to to stand on, whether that be the stairs or a bench. And then you're going to put your ball of your foot on the ledge, leaving your heel off just slightly. You're gonna hold the dumbbell in one arm, the other arm you can hold on to something for balance, and you're going to raise up to your toes and back down. You're going to try to do between 12 to 15 reps each side. You're really gonna feel the burn in your calf if you're doing it right. Also, hold at the top for just a little bit of time. That will really increase the burn that you feel. For the next superset, we are gonna be moving into one of my favorites, which is skater squats, and then we are going to superset with a wall sit. For the skater squats, you're gonna want to grab 2 dumbbells, and what you are going to do is pick one foot to balance on, and you are going to squat down. As you are squatting down, you can start dropping your chest to your knees and also focus the weight on the ball of your foot. While doing so, you also want to push your hips back slightly, and then you're going to want to move at a slow and controlled pace. Really have that mind to muscle connection with your quads. We will be aiming once again for between 8 to 10 reps. After this, we're going to walk over to the wall and we are going to wall sit for a minute. If you are feeling like a rock star, you can do a one-legged wall sit. I started doing these and I can only last about like 30 seconds per side, but if you guys want a challenge, I would challenge you to do so. When you do that, make sure that you really feel yourself pushing your weight to either side of your hip. That way you can make sure you're balancing. Also really focus on pushing your back against the wall. Trust me, you will feel the burn in your quads by like the 20-second mark. So you're gonna repeat this superset 3 times through, and then once you're done with that, baby, we are on to the last workout. For this last superset, I like to just go to the machines. I do 3 sets of 10 quad extensions and 3 sets of 10 leg presses. If I'm feeling extra spicy that day, for the last set, I will do a drop set, and this burns. I haven't done this in a while because the leg press at our gym doesn't go up in weight enough to get a very efficient burnout set. But if you do have a leg press machine that goes up heavy in weight, try to start at a really heavy setting and then go down in like 2 dial increments. I think that's like 30 pounds maybe, I can't remember. But yeah, just work your way down to like the lowest setting. You will feel it in your quads. Don't take a break either. Like I mentioned earlier, I am gonna give you guys a little bit more of secret advice as to how to really grow your quads and glutes. So with the quad definition, the main thing I really noticed was biking. I never really thought biking was something that would help with the definition of my quads, but for whatever reason, when I started implementing it, specifically on my active rest days on Friday, I started noticing like the line forming, like the quad sweep forming just a little bit. They're still really small. But I don't like to do it on lifting days. I know that some people like to do cardio with their lifts. That's not for me. But if you are that type of person, try starting out with biking before you hop into your workout, or you can do it after. But you will definitely notice a difference. And then that being said, it also works on your calves a little bit too. Once again, that's like the accessory muscle group. That will really jumpstart your quad definition. Super efficient. How I structure biking is typically like, I would say 15 to 20 minutes. And what I like to do is just blast EDM music, and I will kind of like pedal to the beat. Like if it's slower, I'll like rev up the weight, or like pump up the weight, and then just go at a slower pace. If it's like a faster beat, I'll try to pedal at a faster rate. Maybe keep on the weight, maybe not. If I'm feeling spicy, maybe I'll keep it at a heavy weight and try to pedal really fast. But try it out, let me know what you guys think. And then all of that being said, my number 1 rule of thumb for really seeing that muscle group and being efficient with your workouts is the way you eat. I've said this before, I'm gonna continue to say it. You need to be eating your weight in grams of protein. I've seen on social media people saying like random stuff, but usually the simplest way to break it down is your weight in grams of protein. I've seen people say double your weight in grams of protein, and I honestly don't even know how they would do that. It's hard enough to get your weight in grams of protein. The reason why getting protein in is so important is because the building blocks to the muscle formation in your body is through protein. So unless you're supplementing your body with protein, you're gonna break down this muscle when you work out, and then you're gonna have nothing to build it back up. So the process of working out is tearing muscle apart and then building it back up with your protein. Also, don't neglect carbs because carbs are the supplement for energy. So if you want energy for your workouts, make sure that you are also introducing carbs to your diet. Don't neglect them. But anyway, that being said, guys, listen to your body and you will find yourself building those glutes and quads in no time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.